I like these lists, the top comics of 2021. Let's see how this goes. This is from But Why Though, which is a geek community. They got a bunch of stuff here, not just comics. There's a lot here. So, good amount of manga, good amount of TV, interviews, etc. So a lot of stuff to look at. But let's check out what they view as the top comics of 2021. I've got to say, just out the gate, this graphic that they got at the top feels ominous to me. These are surely not comics. Well, the one on the left, not bad, but I'm feeling a little suspicious if the other two are on this list. But let's see. Comics have had a hell of a time. They say, yeah, come out swinging. Sure. Mamo. So this is from Boom, and this is a pretty darn good series. I don't know, best of the year, probably not for me, but it is good. I think that there's an interesting kind of bit here. This comic does something that I often make fun of, and they talk about the fairy world and the fantasy world and the real world and kind of pulling it together, magical relationships with town folks, etc. But there's a charm to this that is actually pleasant. It reminds me a little bit of a Ghibli kind of thing, and I think this is a solid little book. So I again, top, probably not top, but decent. I'll go with that. It was an enjoyable read for me. Oh no. Sorry. Number 14, Heroes Reborn. Wow. I wouldn't put this as one of the top Avengers storylines that went on in Marvel, but this is you guys are going to kill me for this, but I think World War She-Hulk was better as a storyline than Heroes Reborn. Heroes Reborn was a mess. How is it even the Blade, and what is the Daywalker going to do? They're not saying why. It was a great series. This is like the solicitation text for Heroes Reborn, but hard no. This is a nightmare. Okay, number 13, Spectre and Spectres. All right, this is from Boom. This one, not really for me. This one, art was fine. Everything. I mean, if you like the style. This was, but this story's been done before, like a lot. I didn't particularly care for this one, but okay. The Me You Love in the Dark. All right, this is a good series. This might sneak onto my top 15 list, maybe. I don't know. There's some good stuff in there, but Scotty Young did this. It's a fine little kind of gothic horror type thing. This is good. This is a good series. There's only like 5 issues though out, I think. So it's a little weird to say the top comic, but it was fun. I did like the Me You Love in the Dark. So solid series here. Okay. All right. Monstress. I like Monstress. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a decent series, but this wasn't the strongest year for it, I think. If you're talking 2021, I don't know. I wouldn't call this a top comic of 2021, but it's a good series. This year's storylines are, I think, a little weaker than previous. Nightwing. Huh. All right. Nightwing, again, this is 6 issues or 5 issues of Nightwing. Best comic? I don't know. I found Nightwing to be pretty plodding. Now, I'm not a huge Nightwing fan. I know others are, and I guess that's bad for me to not love it more, but the Nightwing, I think, in the craziest way, I think Steve Orlando and Tom King have done a better Nightwing than Tom Taylor. This Nightwing, maybe this is all because he gave away his money. I don't know. We had Surprise Sister in the mix during this. No. Venom 2018. What is this? This is the top comics of 2021. So we're sneaking in 3 other years into this. Why? What is even going on? How many Venom comics were even in 2021? I think like 2 or 3. We had the King in Black and then the conclusion. I don't think there was many Venom at all. And they mean the Ryan Stegman, Donny Cates version here too, not the recent relaunch with Ramvi and Al Ewing. But no, not at all. Disagree. Black Widow 2020. What is this? This is not. The list was top comics of 2021. Are we adding in other years for the fun of it? What is even going on here? No. Okay. Top comic, no. Good comic, yes. Kelly Thompson, who, again, as people probably know, I'm not my favorite writer, but I think she is doing a great job on Black Widow, and it's solid. There's some good stuff in there. The more recent issues feel like Kelly slipping back into old bad habits again, but the early kind of issues brought something new. There was some good stuff in there, but stop with this. Idiots don't even know how to make a list. Girl Haven. No, hard no. This is no. This is this has got a plot that I frequently make fun of. No, not at all. Here's what's it. So it's a haven for girls, no men or boys allowed, filled with landscapes and creatures, and adventures happen, and there's a spell, and they have to reconcile with the parents, and the fantasy, blah blah blah. Radiant Black, number 6. Well. I didn't enjoy this. I appreciate Kyle Higgins trying to do something new, but I really disliked the first issue, and it didn't really get better for me. But at least here, I think there's some decent crossover appeal and some stuff that can work for it. He's trying to come up with a universe, and so I'd appreciate that. This one fits into the not for me, but I could see how other people would enjoy it. Teen Titans Academy. We're at Teen Titans Academy, number 5. I mean, good Lord, there's so many books at DC that are better quality than this. I mean, even that, the Wonder Girl, which had trouble shipping, Green Lantern, the Superman books were great. There's so many titles, but Teen Titans Academy, this guy's really into the Red X mystery, I guess, but no, this title has been, to me, plotting is probably the best way to put it. I just, not even at all. Wonder Girl. All right. Wonder Girl, man, it's so funny. We started out the year with a lot of hype for Wonder Girl. Joelle Jones, bringing some good stuff, some good art, good coloring, everything else. And then a bunch of scheduling delays hit, and the show that was the CW show they were going to do was canceled. And so it seemed to derail this entire thing massively. So I don't know. There's just no buzz on Wonder Girl, but it's not a bad series. It's just, but the series, the Future State books were pretty solid, and then the series I thought kicked off okay, and then just I don't know, it became aimless way too quick. But okay, Nocterra, interesting. Some of Snyder's stuff that he put up on Comixology, I like a lot better than Nocterra. Nocterra, it probably for me fits kind of a little bit like Radiant Black. I've liked other stuff Snyder's done a lot more. His stuff on Comixology is pretty good. Nocterra is maybe the other problem I have here is like this first arc, which is the comics that came out, was really kind of just set up. And I don't mean that as a negative. I just mean it's hard for me to rate it as a best comic of 2021 when we've gotten the trade paperback setup, basically. That's, yeah, I mean, okay. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Scott Snyder's building a world here with Tony Daniel. It looks pretty and everything else. It's just, I'd have a hard time putting this as a top comic of 2021 for me. But again, I'm not. There's a difference. There's a couple of books on here that are like, hell no, absolutely not. And there's a couple books on here like, I mean, I can see where you're going with this. I have questions. Like, why is it that we're focusing on Nocterra when there's kind of, again, I think some of the Comixology stuff he's done has been like Clear, I think is much more interesting to me. So it's like, what are we rating this on exactly? I don't know. Anyway, that's just me. Not knocking it. Just I don't know. But I'll knock this one. Nubia and the Amazons, number 2 best title of 2021. When this article was written, were there even 3 issues out? I think 2 issues, maybe 3 issues when this article was written. And you're calling it one of the best comics off those 2 or maybe 3 issues? This title is not good. I'm sorry, just hands down not good. It's not. This is where, after the thrilling events of Infinite Frontier, Nubia becomes queen of the Mascaria, but the new title also brings challenges. By the way, this sentence right here, yeah, could be compelling. I'm on board for that. Could be fun. This is not the problem with this book. Nubia being the queen of Themyscira is a good, interesting concept to run with. That's not the issue. Our hero is forced to reckon with her past, forge a new path forward for her sisters. This unforgettable mini-series from writers Vita Ayala, Stephanie Williams, along with all-star artist Aletha Martinez, brings the fan-favorite character back to the DCU for good. But she was in the DCU for good. What are we even talking about here? After Nubia, the world of Amazons will never be the same. Again, we're rating a best comic of 2021 off 2 issues. That's very, very bizarre. Number 1, Static? Static Season 1, number 1. I mean, I say this as somebody who really enjoyed Static, but this is the best comic? So, okay, so this list here, these are our top comics. This list here was trying to basically curry favor with Vita Ayala. I'm sorry, that's the only way you can reconcile number 1 and number 2. Because this one off 2 issues. This one, Static had 4 or 5 issues total. Is that? I mean, I'm going off memory here, but not many. And it's not a great series. So by reviews, by ratings, by sales, like it's just not. This is so you have to look at this and go, okay, somebody wanted to make nice with Vita for these 2. I'm assuming you wanted to make nice with Snyder, but I think you would have paid Snyder a better compliment by showcasing some of the stuff that he's done on Comixology that is actually stretching his creative muscle, in my opinion, a lot more. This is a bizarre list. I'm sorry. I mean, we jumped the shark really early on with Heroes Reborn on this list. I don't know. All right. I need to do my own top 10, top 15 list of the comics, so I will do that before the end of the year. But yeah, let me know if what on this list belongs on this list in your opinion. I mean, I think Mamo is a solid read. The Me You Love in the Dark, absolutely. Yeah, Monstress, all right. Black Widow's decent. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for listening.